Good afternoon everyone, Josh Masters here, and it's a very exciting time in the market right now. A lot of prices are going very well. A lot of equity is being created in the market because of this, and we talked about equity last week and why it was so important in creating a portfolio, because you actually use a lot of that equity to fund the next deposit for the next purchase of your property. So you're almost rolling each equity position into the next property. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's great, Josh, I understand what equity is, but really, how do we get hold of it? And that really comes down to your lender or your broker, whoever you've dealt with in the past, or who you got your previous loan off, because essentially, when you go to access that equity, you're essentially creating a second loan with the person that you've borrowed it from. Now, it doesn't have to be with that person. You could take it to another bank and ask them to access that equity. But essentially, it's sitting separate to the original loan, and then you want to access the new value and borrow that new value out of that property without having to sell the property. And that's one of the great things about property. You don't have to sell in order to access the profits. So that means approaching your lender, and the lender will evaluate the new value of your property to get an exact figure about how much equity is available in there. And then they'll calculate how much you can take out of that based on your ability to service that loan. So once you have that out, then you can use that portion as the deposit for your next purchase. And you can indicate this to your lender of your intentions of what you're planning to do with that. And it's probably best that you do, because they will want to know where you're spending that money if they are to lend it to you. And that's a great way to build your portfolio, as we mentioned in the last video, over and over, because you're really rolling that new profit into the next purchase without selling the original property. So that's my tip for the day. If you're looking to get out into the market and really create a portfolio, now is a great time to do it. If you're carrying property, there's a lot of equity being created. You can go to your lender now, ask to access that equity, and if you have the ability to service that loan on the new purchase, then you can afford to take that equity out and roll it into another deposit for another property. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you on the other side.